Our 7th grade science class recently took a field trip to Crystal Springs Preserve. Crystal Spring is a pure, unpolluted water source in Florida. The water here is used for bottled water that is sold throughout the country. We learned about the importance of water quality while we were there. pH is a measurement of acidity and basicity of water. pH below 7 is acidic. pH above 7 is a base. If water is too acidic, the fish and other wild animals will die. It is important to have a pH that as near to 7 as possible. Water is the purest at 7. Dissolved oxygen is the amount of oxygen in water. The amount of dissolved oxygen is controlled by the temperature and the movement of the water. If there's not enough dissolved oxygen, the organisms will start to die. The dissolved oxygen at Crystal Spring is between 4 and 5 on a day we visited. Nitrates are a form of nitrogen in the water. Nitrates are essential to plants, but if there's too many, organisms will begin to die because the dissolved oxygen levels is decreased by it. Phosphates are the amount of phosphorus in the water. Phosphates are naturally formed when dead organisms are decomposing. As nitrates increase in the water, phosphates may begin to increase too. When there's an excess of nitrates and phosphates, the dissolved oxygen begins to decrease, which causes fish and other organisms to die. Increase of nitrates causes algae bloom, which causes fish to die. This process is called eutrophication. Biodiversity is the different types of organisms found in the air. Crystal Springs is a great environment to promote biodiversity. We saw many types of insects, vertebrates, and invertebrates, and other types of organisms in the Hillsborough River, which comes from Crystal Springs. We saw crayfish, glass shrimp, tadpoles, and a maton catfish. Biodiversity indicates healthy ecosystems. We used a GPS system to go geocaching. We found containers with questions about Crystal Springs. By using satellite signals to receive a pinpoint, the location process was called triangulation. An interesting plant that I saw in Crystal Springs was Spanish moss. The plant grows on large trees. It's an epiphyte that absorbs nutrients and water from the air. Our visit to Crystal Springs and the testing that we did there showed that Crystal Springs is a source of pure water. Crystal Springs is very important to the Florida aquifer, and we must continue to protect it. Thank you.